What's up, everybody? It's Stephen A. Williams, president and founder of the creditrepairshop.com. This is the letter about credit acceptance, the subprime auto lender that I have been waiting for. I had mentioned in another video that there was a dealer who contacted me and he said that he wanted to let me know so I can let everybody else here know that there was some uh, in his opinion, some fraudulent things that were going on with credit acceptance, dealing with the dealers. It has been widely reported that they are undergoing several investigations by, I think, up to 40 states, and also under investigation in several states by investors who invested in credit acceptance, and they felt that they have been defrauded with their investments. But this gentleman contacted me, and he said that he was uh, had a dealership, and he was selling cars, and credit acceptance came to him with an offer where they were like, "Hey, we can finance your vehicles. We will pay you a portion of the money, not all of it. We keep 20%, you keep 80%." And quote, that sounded good when he heard it, but in practice, what they would do is, and I'll use this example, when you when he sold a car for $10,000, they would only give him 20% of that vehicle, and then they would collect, and once they got to a certain amount, they would give him his money. But when you look at the details of what was happening, is that he had to actually sell 100 cars, and all of those payments had to be coming in, and then he would start getting paid on the vehicles. Well, there was problems. He said even when he reached 100 vehicles, there was always something that came up to where he would never get paid his money. So what he did is he sent me, he's got a demand where he wants to try to figure out a settlement. And this is also the proper way that you have to start a lawsuit when you're an individual that's looking to potentially sue somebody, is that you have to start with a demand letter to, potentially either do a settlement or just demand what you're asking for. So he had his lawyer put together a demand letter, and they're making their demands. And I want to read some of the things that he's stating on his reasons why he believed that they should, either settle this or watch out, because he's going to take them to court, and they're going to have another court matter that they're going to have to deal with. So he said that uh, what he's alleging is that he believes that there is a significant number of dealers and customers that of credit acceptance that have fell victim to illegal conduct and wrongful trade practices of credit acceptance. And so he's saying that dealers and the consumers were wrong with the way that they were doing their business. And he says in documents that he gave to his attorneys uh, to review, is that it says that there's significant documentation showing the willful alteration of documents by credit acceptance in an effort to steal money from its wholesalers and customers. Payments were purposely not posted by credit acceptance in an effort to defraud this individual. And what he was saying when I spoke to him on the phone is that he said that payments that customers were making to credit acceptance were not being reported. And I don't know if they have some type of portal or they had something that he could track the vehicles and the payments that were coming in, because he was promised that once it got to a certain amount, he would start receiving money, because right now he's uh, was at a loss selling a vehicle, getting collected only 20% of a vehicle that he sold, in my example, for $10,000. And so the payments were not being recorded, and he's thinking to himself, there's just no way that all of these cars that I sold, that all of these people are just not paying, or the majority are not paying, that there has to be something wrong. Well, when he was doing his research, what he believes happened, and the way that I'm understanding it on here is that one of the ways that payments were not being represented the right way is that they were actually doing some type of refinancing of the vehicles, which would take that quote loan number and could potentially make it a new loan number. So they could say to him that this loan was not did not fully perform. This is what I'm getting from the paper that he had sent, that his lawyer had sent. And there was a spot on here. It says among many acts, vehicles were uh, un, unequivocally known to have been refinanced and have their notes satisfied with credit acceptance, were not properly logged and thus were not properly paid. So if someone refinances a vehicle and now credit acceptance wants to get 100% of those payments, they have to pay off the car dealer because that loan is considered paid in full, even though it's going to be the payments are going to still be going to credit acceptance. They had to make that car dealer whole by paying off, because when you refinance, you pay off the previous loan and you start new with another one. And it looks like what they were doing is that they were either telling their customers, "Hey, you can refinance, get a better rate," or you see that you're having trouble with the payments right now, and you can refinance, and we can start you all over again. Whatever way, I'm not saying that that's what had happened, but we know that different things happen when you're dealing with these types of companies, and it looks like that. Bottom line is that he didn't get paid, and that it looks like what he's alleging is that paperwork was actually either changed or something to make it look like the loans that he got, that that they just all went bad. So he's hoping to be able to get some type of a settlement. And it looks like that what he is saying, credit acceptance is in wrongful possession and or has converted between $600,000 to $700,000 of money that is owed to him. They have either refinanced it and put it under their stuff or something, that he is just not being paid any of that money. And from what I got from him, he said that he was devastated by what had happened. I mean, just imagine if you had six or $700,000 out there, and maybe he, I'm not saying that he didn't do it this way, but maybe he took a loan to do that because he felt that, hey, I know what I'm doing with buying and selling cars at a profit, and now I have a company that's gonna do the financing, and they're gonna collect the money. So all I have to do is focus on buying and selling cars. And sometimes when someone has a good business opportunity in front of them, they feel that they can go out there and go buy more cars, and they might have gotten a loan, and now if they're not getting paid from their vendor that they're doing the credit through, it could put them into a bad situation. And we can see from this uh, gentleman that he had $600,000 to $700,000 worth of money that credit acceptance did not pay him, and he wants to give them an opportunity to resolve it with a, a proposed settlement through his attorneys, but we'll see what ends up happening. And he also quoted some of or his attorneys quoted some of the laws that they believe that they violated, and they said that number one of them, which is something that you can look at, is odometer fraud in violation of 49 USC 32701 2000 and 49 CFR 580.5 for odometer fraud. You can look that up to see what that's all about. In violation of of the Federal Trade Commission Act 15 U.S.C. 45 in violation of the Sherman Act, conspiracy and restraints of trade violation 15 U.S.C. 1, and others as may be revealed by way of further investigation and discovery. So we already know that they're in trouble right now with investors. We know that something is coming down the line, just like with Santander, very soon for consumers. And it looks like this could be the tip of the iceberg with dealers right here. With one individual can start everything with what could be another lawsuit, a third overall lawsuit, even though it's with multiple states, a third overall lawsuit against credit acceptance from dealers. So I've never seen anything like this where you have investors, you got dealers, and you had actual end consumers that potentially could be having a major lawsuit against one company all at the same time. This is incredible what is potentially going to happen here. So I invite you to subscribe to my channel, ask your questions, post your comments. If you need help with your credit, please visit us at thecreditrepairshop.com. Watch the video, What Makes Us Different. If you can follow that process, we invite you to become a customer. If you need your credit reports and scores, go to your3scores.com to grab those. Keep that monitoring service. Even if you don't become a customer, keep that monitoring service, because if you ever have a question and you want to ask me about it, the first thing I'm going to ask you is, how does it show on your credit reports? Show me what's going on with your credit reports. And it better be from one that we provide, because I'm putting aside my time to help you with that. The other thing is, if you need help with demand letters from debt collectors, uh, I have free letters below here. Links are below here for the cease and desist collection activities, the statute of limitation SOL letter for debt that is past the legal statute of limitation to collect, and the debt validation letter. All three of those letters are for free. The links are below here. So until next time, this is Stephen A. Williams, President and founder of thecreditrepairshop.com.